Good evening. My name is Melissa Gunby, and I am the chapter advisor for the Eta Gamma chapter of Phi Theta Kappa. Thank you all for coming out tonight to recognize our 2023 class of graduating Eta Gamma members. I would like to welcome Yvonne Hall, Senior Director of College Relations and Student Services, aka Miss Yvonne, to present some opening remarks.
Good evening. One of my greatest joys and honors in my position is that I get to work with the students, and nothing brings me more joy than to see our students succeed. And I am going to try to get through this without crying, but just in case, I did bring tissue. So, graduates, this evening, we are here to celebrate each of you, to recognize your commitment to be steadfast in your goals and objectives, to acknowledge the fact that while some of your peers chose to sleep in an extra hour and not go to class, you made the conscious decision to get up and show up. While others were networking in the dorms at midnight, you were writing that paper or cramming for a test. You have probably heard me say it's all about choices and consequences. Well, tonight, your choices have rewarded you the consequence of honor and recognition. Your choices have placed you in a small, select group of doers and achievers. Your choices are opening doors of opportunities beyond your imagination. During your time at Coffeyville Community College, you have demonstrated one of my favorite poems, and I would like to share that with you now. Don't Quit by Edward Guest. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile, but you have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is queer with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns, and many a fellow turns about when he might have won had he stuck it out. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Often the goal is nearer than it seems to faint and faltering man. Often the struggler has given up when he might have captured the victor's cup. And he learned too late when the night came down how close he was to the golden crown. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt. And when you never can tell how close you are, it may be near when it seems afar. So stick to the fight when you're hardest hit. It's when things seem worse, you must not quit. Graduates, on behalf of the faculty, staff, and leadership team at Coffeyville Community College, we congratulate you on a job well done. And in case no one has told you today, you are valued, you are worthy, and you are loved. Once a raven, always a raven. Great job.
Thank you, Yvonne. Tonight, not only are we recognizing the graduates and granting them their regalia to be worn at graduation, due them as members of PTK, but we also have several awards and recognitions to give out this evening. Honorary membership in PTK is granted to a community member who shows outstanding support of Phi Theta Kappa while upholding the ideals of the society present in its members. Tonight, we grant honorary membership to Aaron Phillips. Aaron, please join me on stage. Aaron has spent the majority of his life working in a service-related field. During his employment with the Red Cross, he served on administrative duty and disaster relief in over 30 significant disasters throughout the United States. From Hurricane Katrina to the California wildfires and Hurricane Sandy, plus countless hours serving the people of Coffeyville in 2007 during the Coffeyville flood. Amongst his contributions to the Eta Gamma chapter this year were spontaneously creating a cupcake decorating contest amongst the faculty and staff that rapidly went viral and spiraled kind of out of control, but was a lot of fun. And being a vital point of contact for me as I was looking for community support to raise some funds for events. Aaron's already planned to take over National Cupcake Day for next year and continue the fundraising competition amongst the faculty and staff. Additionally, tonight, it is my honor to present the first annual Linda McFate Service Award. Linda McFate was the chapter advisor for the Eta Gamma chapter for over 20 years, and the chapter is proud to honor her legacy of service and dedications to student success with this award. Linda, if you're comfortable, you could feel free to join me on stage, or if you just want to stand and be acknowledged, that's all right too. I can't see you, it's dark in here. There she is. The Linda McFate Service Award is presented to the Eta Gamma chapter member who has shown exceptional contribution and service to the chapter and community. Tonight, I am proud to give this award to Desiree Lee. Desi, if you'd please join me on stage. Desiree is a graduate of Field Kinley High School, and she will be continuing her education in business this fall at Missouri Southern in Joplin. As part of her overall 36 hours of service to the chapter this academic year, Desi was instrumental in organizing the fundraising event for Turkey, Syria earthquake relief. When I asked for suggestions of ways we could raise funds, she suggested the dance and took the lead on much of the planning. She was also active in our first annual Trunk or Treat event on campus and worked with me in the hospitality suite to support Red Raven football. Additionally, as a participant in the CCC Honors Program, she's been working on a service learning project by working with the Coffeyville Area Community Foundation. In recognizing her contributions to the chapter and community, I present Desiree Lee with the Stole of Gratitude. Continuing to recognize achievements of chapter members, I'd like to mention a few things our members have accomplished this year. Abigail Moss and Alessandra Thompson were both named to the All-Kansas Academic Team, and Alessandra spoke at the luncheon honoring those award recipients in Junction City back in April. Abigail Moss and Haley Jernigan both completed the Transfer Edge program. Haley, if you're here tonight, are you here tonight? Okay. Would you please come up to the stage so I can give you your pin, please? As I already mentioned, on April 21st, the chapter hosted a dance to raise money for earthquake relief in Turkey and Syria. The leadership team of Desiree Lee and Caitlin Christian chose World Central Kitchen to receive the proceeds of that event. The dance, donations, and associated t-shirt sales raised approximately $300 and gave us the experience we needed to hopefully make that a continuing event for us every spring. Among our graduates, we have many who are transferring. This is not a complete list, but we have students going to Rogers State, Pittsburgh State, Washburn, Missouri Southern, Missouri State, Wichita State, Barry University, Corbin University, Philander Smith College, and Universidad Antonio de Nebrija, as well as many students who haven't yet made the full decision where they're going. Many of our students are eligible for scholarships simply by being members of PTK. Billy Solly has also received Chickasaw Nation scholarships. We have students graduating who are members of many athletic and activity groups on campus, including band, academic challenge, otherwise known as Quiz Bowl, men and women's soccer, track, golf, softball, art, dance and cheer, and baseball. I want to address the graduates for just a moment before I continue. Graduation can be a bittersweet time of year. On the one hand, you're graduating, which is a huge accomplishment in and of itself. On the other hand, you have a whole new stretch of future laid out in front of you, which can be both exhilarating and terrifying. There's a whole new world open for you after you leave Coffeyville. I don't necessarily know where everyone is headed next, but I know that many of you are transferring. I know we have pre-med students in the chapter. I know we have students who are planning to focus on research, many who are planning to study business, and more who are planning to become educators. You all stand poised to make change in the world. To steal a trick from public speaking classes everywhere, Gandhi said, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." To be that change, you must be a leader. Leadership is one of the hallmarks of Phi Theta Kappa, one of the 4 ideals that members learn and develop over the course of their membership. Leadership comes in many forms, from heading up a fundraising event to being the first to volunteer for a project, or the first to speak up in class in response to a discussion question. Leadership isn't easy, and like graduation and planning for the future, it can be scary. But sometimes that is worth the risk. Every scientist knows that every experiment runs the risks of failure, but they also know that failure is a tool to learn from. Leadership runs the same risk. Sometimes we only take the lead when we know we can succeed. But don't let the unknown prevent you from getting involved or taking the opportunity for leadership when it presents itself. As members of PTK, you've proven yourselves to be scholars by maintaining your grades while being involved in a variety of activities on campus. You've engaged in service in a variety of ways, both on and off campus. We've come together in fellowship after meetings to just spend time together and enjoy snacks in the PTK office. Scholarship, service, and fellowship are the remaining 3 hallmarks of PTK, and in some ways, those are the easy ones. It's leadership that stands out as being the one hallmark that may be the most difficult to meet and the one that takes the most effort. So as you continue on your journey as scholars, athletes, business people, artists, scientists, teachers, wherever the path takes you, remember that sometimes leadership requires a bit of a risk, but that risk ultimately leads to great rewards, even if the outcome isn't one you would prefer. To quote John F. Kennedy, leadership and learning are indispensable to each other. You can learn to lead, and you can learn from leadership, even, maybe especially even, if the results don't turn out the way you planned. So don't be afraid to take those risks of stepping into leadership roles. To use an overused cliche, sometimes the reward is worth the risk. So speaking of leadership, before we move on to the Stoling ceremony, I'd like to recognize and thank the officer team for their support this year. Not with us this evening is Abigail Moss, our Vice President of Scholarship. While at CCC, Abigail was a member of the women's soccer team and graduated in December and is currently working on continuing her education in Georgia. As Vice President of Scholarship, Abigail helmed the team for the Honors in Action project. For the 2022 Honors in Action submission, Abigail and Haley Jernigan researched the cost effectiveness of sports regarding concussion risk versus the physical and mental benefit of team sports. In attendance tonight is Alessandra Thompson. Alessandra, if you would join me on stage, please. Alessandra is from Claremore, Oklahoma, and while at CCC has participated with women's soccer, band, and PTK. She plans to transfer and continue her education as an education major. This year, Alessandra served as the chapter's vice president of service, coordinating the effort to start a bottle and can recycling campaign on campus, and has also served as the student representative from the chapter to present at many of the Board of Trustee meetings this academic year. I would like to present Alessandra with a token of my thanks. As Alessandra is graduating, we need to induct our new officer team. Would Caitlin Christian please join me on stage? Caitlin Christian is from Coffeyville, and when she finishes here at CCC, she plans to transfer and get a degree in secondary math education to become a secondary math teacher. She has already started offering support in her new role as the Vice President for Service by assisting with the planning and execution of the fundraiser for earthquake relief. As recognition for your service as an officer in the Eta Gamma chapter of Phi Theta Kappa, I present this officer with a Medal of Rank denoting their status. Before you assume your obligations as an officer of the chapter, you shall renew your pledge of membership in Phi Theta Kappa. Caitlin, please repeat after me. I state your name, do solemnly promise. On this 12th day of May, 2023, to uphold the standards of Phi Theta Kappa, and to keep this object and aim in mind. And I do solemnly pledge allegiance to my fellow members and promise to aid them in all worthy endeavors. You are charged with the responsibility of learning the duties of office and executing those duties to the best of your ability. Once again, please repeat after me. I state your name, do solemnly promise to fulfill to the best of my ability my duties as an officer of the Eta Gamma chapter of Phi Theta Kappa. You are duly recognized as a member of the executive officer team of the Eta Gamma chapter of Phi Theta Kappa. We pledge the support of the members of this chapter to you. You may both extinguish your candles. And now for the presentation of stoles to our graduating members, please welcome back Miss Yvonne and welcome Dirk Andrews, speech instructor and honorary member of the Eta Gamma chapter. Graduates, if you would please line up on this side of the stage.
Kayla Friel. Haley Jernigan. Sydney Knighty. Sarah Kanovit. Desiree Lee. Bailey Rexwinkle. Kylie Spear. Grady Postrak. Riley Bright. Ashley Peaster. Asia Quarles. Emily Gonzalez. Taylor Vale. Leotado Ito. Kevin Frazier. Leonardo da Vinci Floyd II. Billy Salih. Alessandra Thompson. Caleb Witten. Kadasia Stamp.
Hold on, I gotta check my notes. Okay. Congratulations once again to the Eta Gamma class of 2023. If you guys will bear with us for a moment, we would like to get a formal graduation photo of the graduates in their cap, gown, and stoles, sorry. And then if you would join us out in the lobby for reception, we have cookies and cider, and there's a photo station set up for you guys to take photos with your graduates. So please give us a few moments to get the formal photo going. Thank you again for coming. I hope you have a great rest of your evening and that you enjoy graduation tomorrow in Nellis West at 10 a.m.